Well, the latest financial crisis being batted around in Washington is now just an hour away from becoming official. 2 months after the so-called fiscal cliff, it is now time for the sequester. $85 billion worth of federal budget cuts that take effect at midnight. But exactly what effect will we see at midnight? Craig Smith spoke to some local experts tonight to get their points of view.
With no sign of progress from Washington, many Americans are only hours away from waking up to a life under sequestration.
Do we all see a different world or what?
Well, I think you potentially will, but not the first day.
Union College economics professor Brad Lewis says some of the cuts are designed to be so painful no one in the Capitol would let them come to be. Now that they're almost upon us, the immediate effect is uncertain.
So it depends on what they do later to get a real gauge on what effect this will have.
Sure. I mean, frankly, if they did it tomorrow, my guess would be that there would be relatively few effects, but you'll also find, I would predict, one or two odd things in the bill that it probably took to convince 3 senators to support it or something similar.
Today, senators in each party proposed restoring the funding that's about to be cut. Nothing was restored.
So it's not a cliff, it's more of a slope.
Professor Aaron Pacitti of Siena College says if the sequester comes to stay, expect to see the gross domestic product fall from 3% to 2% through next year. Job loss for about 700,000, and federal agencies beginning to decide who gets furloughed or laid off.
So we're not talking about a catastrophe here. We're talking about some mild government cuts. The risk is that they put us on, it's an additional headwind. And that additional headwind is going to make it increasingly difficult for the economy to recover.
The White House spokesman says the Republican solution burdens the middle class and favors the wealthy. The Speaker of the House says Washington's spending problem threatens the future for young Americans. Craig Smith, CBS 6 News.
Now, something else to keep in mind, the sequester could also impact your tax refund. Experts say it could be delayed if the IRS is forced to furlough workers or reduce hours. The best advice, those experts say, to get your taxes done sooner rather than later. A 30-day notice must be given to employees if furloughs are implemented. 30 days from now would put us very close to April 15th, which, of course, is the tax deadline.